Good morning, this is the Josh Widdicombe Show, and most of all, welcome if you are listening to XFM in Scotland. New to XFM, is that correct, producer Neil? Kind of.
We might have new listeners to XFM, or welcoming back former Scottish listeners to XFM when we used to broadcast up there.
Exactly, it's like when someone's put back in the Big Brother house, isn't it? It feels really nostalgic and emotional at the same time. I am Josh Widdicombe. We've been doing this for about 18 months now, so if you're new to it, it's slick as hell. You might know me. I hate that you might know. You told me to say you might know me from, but there's nothing worse than really saying that. Cause that.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so you might...
As I said, slick as hell.
You might know Josh from Channel 4's The Last Leg. He is the one that isn't disabled.
Correct.
Mock the Week and 8 out of 10 Cats and stuff like that.
All that. Ubiquitous. The very definition of ubiquitous was how Stephen Merchant described me in a text once. The other thing is, obviously I was in Scotland a couple of weeks ago, so I've met most of them. I went to Aberdeen. Have you been to Aberdeen?
Once, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know it's the richest place in Britain except London.
Is it?
It's got the highest house prices except London in Britain because of the oil. But I tell you what, when the oil runs out, that is going to be some kind of post-apocalyptic world, isn't it?
It never will, mate.
No, it never will. The oil will know. If there's one thing we've learned, is natural resources do not run out.
Never.
I loved Aberdeen. It was really nice in Glasgow. So, welcome. There is about 18 months of in-jokes that you're missing out on. So, if you'd like to quick and fill them in, Neil. Well, the podcast is available on iTunes.
Yeah, download the podcast.
Download the podcast.
To catch up on stuff.
Because otherwise a lot of this isn't going to make sense. Now, Neil, how's your week been?
Not too bad, thank you.
No?
Yeah, all right.
You seem in a good mood.
Yeah, I'm just high on life from launching XFM back into the Scotland consciousness.
Yeah, let's not labour the point. By the way, listeners, Neil is Scottish, if you are wondering.
Born in Uddingston, which isn't that far from...
Can't make places up, mate.
I'm not making... Oh.
I've got good news for you, Neil.
Yeah?
How's my week? Well, I'll tell you what happened to you yesterday. You moved, admittedly to the bottom, but still into the favourite section of my iPhone callers. How do you feel about that?
I feel like I'm Leicester City going into the Premiership.
You're going to become the very definition of a yo-yo club, depending on how I feel about you.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
That was Queen to the Stone Age, If I Had a Tail. This is Josh Widdicombe on XFM with producer Neil.
Good morning.
I read an interview with, Josh Holmes' wife, Brodie Darley.
Just Brodie Dahl, mate.
Oh, God, I've done that thing where you read the whole interview and in your head you mispronounce the... It's like my friend who read the whole of Harry Potter and thought she was called Hermione.
Also, it's Josh Homme.
It's not Josh Homme. That's like... Do you know what? That's like going, actually, it's Nike? No, it's not. Come on. No!
From the mouth of the man himself, it's Josh Homme.
If you were to buy a burrito from a chain, which chain would you go to?
Chipotle.
Oh, this is a game. Now, we come to any other business. Any other business is basically listeners' right to reply. We want them as pedantic as possible, really. Just complaints, really, or slight factual errors. And then our producer Whit Neil will uphold or reject your complaints. Let's begin. Morning all. Regarding the ginger conspiracy during Nishipedia last week, I thought I'd pick you up on the fact that although you said the ginger gene is dominant, it is in fact recessive. Hence, two people, neither of whom are ginger, could have a ginger child. However, it could only happen if the same gene given by each parent was the recessive ginger gene. Open brackets, we all have two copies of each gene in case one is damaged, close brackets. Didn't know that. Learning. If one gene given coded for brunette hair, the child would have that, as obviously the other ginger... I'm so lost.
Let's just skip to the end.
Love the show, keep up the smashing work. Callum, open brackets, also brought to our attention by Lottie. Upheld?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. I mean, I feel like I'm learning.
Yeah.
Dear Josh, and open brackets, the Scottish close brackets, producer Neil.
I'll take that.
I'm a long-time listener and a first-time emailer. I have no complaints regarding the factual accuracies of any show. Rejected.
Carry on.
Oh, right. I have no complaints regarding factual accuracies of any show, but I merely wish to bring something to your attention. As of the show on March 1st, when we were all treated to Mr. Widdicombe, that's my dad, down on the Fern during Neil of Fortune, the brand of tractor Massey Ferguson was mentioned. This is not a brand I thought I'd heard of, but ever since it started to haunt me. The comedian Tony Law tweeted about it. Formula One commentator David Coulthard mentioned it in his commentary of the Australian Grand Prix. And then, in conversation, a friend brought up Massey Ferguson. I feel I can no longer escape them, and this particular tractor brand will haunt me forevermore. Nevertheless, still love the show. Have a cracking weekend, Ross in Stirling. Wow. I don't know what to... I mean, I can imagine Tony Law tweeting about it. That's fair enough. How would Formula One commentator David Coulthard mention it during his commentary of the Australian Grand Prix?
Well, they've changed the type of engines in the Formula One cars.
No, come on. They haven't changed them to Massey Ferguson.
No, but they give a different tone and
so he might have
decibel
said.
readings. Maybe it was like, it's less than a Massey Ferguson tractor or something like that.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay. So, Formula One is a sport so boring that one of the talking points is they have a louder engine.
I don't watch Formula One.
No, because it's so boring. Hi, Josh and producer Neil. This is the final one. I would like to raise a point for this week's AOB. Last Saturday, you were discussing weird family traditions. And whilst making a point regarding lack of detail in some correspondence, Josh said that sometimes you have to fill in the dots. I assumed that this was a mixture of fill in the gaps and join up the dots. However, such is the nature of AOB, I feel it is necessary to point this out. Yours pedantically, Kieran Gibson.
Upheld.
Any AOBs for next weekend? Email them in, josh@xfm.co.uk.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
Reflector Arcade Fire, or the Reflectors, as they... do they still trade under that moniker?
No, I don't think so.
I would say, but that's producer Neil. That's not my new assistant moniker. I was using moniker as a... I know for the rest of the show we should call you Monica.
No,
okay. Can you name 3 monikers? Go.
Monica Geller, Monica Celebs,
They were the only 2.
Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, great one. I could only think of 2. Listeners in Scotland, that's the kind of fun we have every Saturday morning. Monica Sellers, God, what happened to her? Anyway, some might have seen her. That's one for any other business for next week. It does bring us on to our topic of the day, which we're calling celebs in unlikely places. Now, I am not in any way. Obviously, I know you're quite big on the celebrity circuit. You're often seen falling out of the Met Bar. Celebs in unlikely places. Now, I would never style either of us as a celeb, Neil. However, occasionally, I find myself in a situation where I would be recognised, presumably from my work on XFM.
Yeah, nothing to do with being on Channel 4 or BBC Two or stuff
people
like that.
go, where's Nish? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
I had 2 hours to kill in a northern town while I waited for my friend to pick me up because we were going away for the weekend and he was late and I'd got the train and he'd driven. So I thought, I'll go into a pub. I walked in, there was 2 people in there. One of the women recognised me. The other got angry at me for not recognising me. So what happened was I walked in, right, just wanted to go in and go, can I have a pint? And then I'm going to ask them for a taxi number. One of them went, you're the guy from XFM, where's producer Neil? Or whatever. Yeah. And the other one went, well, I don't know who you are. I was still thinking, what? I didn't want you to. So we sat down and so the one that didn't know me, right, what would you say in this situation if you were her? She went, so, I suppose you've met the Queen?
That's unbelievable.
I said no, but I was trying to keep the conversation rolling, so I said, I think I'd find it a bit intimidating. And she said, I wouldn't, I don't like her. I was like, well, you brought it up, what is your problem? So, right, this is kind of based on that, but I'm not targeting myself in this bracket.
Yeah.
But as a thing, where have you seen celebrities in unlikely places? And I'm not counting myself in that, let's write that up. But as a wider thing, where have you seen celebrities in unlikely places?
I'm trying to think. I once saw Britain's first £1 million footballer, Trevor Francis, in Greggs.
Oh, wow.
He was in the front of me in the queue, and I think I've said this on air before, but I had to lend him 5p.
Wow. You wouldn't think that when he's transferred for £1 million in the 70s, probably.
Yeah.
Or early 80s. Wow, that's a good anecdote.
And then I also saw former Rangers striker Mark Hateley during his pomp with McCoist.
Was he with McCoist?
No, he wasn't. He was driving down Bothwell High Street in a Ferrari.
Is that Glasgow?
That's Glasgow, yeah.
But that's a celeb in a likely place. Because that's the city he lives in, and he's in a car that
Well, Bothwell's just outside of Glasgow,
Oh, right.
so and it's quite quiet.
I think I mentioned this before. I once crossed a zebra crossing and Gary Neville had to stop.
That was very
1-0.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
Brand new music, Catfish and the Bottlemen, Kathleen, named after a road I used to live on in the Battersea area for a year of my life. I imagine there's a blue plaque there.
Yeah, you keep imagining that.
Now, we're talking today about celebs in unlikely places. We've got some tweets in. Who's your favourite band?
Probably Zeppelin, Led Zeppelin.
Correct. Well, yeah, that's what you've told me before. Where do you live?
I live in Reading.
Sophie has tweeted in, I saw Jimmy Page in a grimy newsagent's outside Reading Station.
Wow.
What would you do?
I would...
I mean, you'd be very excited, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, as much as I hate the world of selfies, I would definitely try and get a
Would
photo
you
with him.
would you not be too intimidated, never meet your heroes?
No, because I think it would just be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, I think. Yeah. For me.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the fact he's in a grimy newsagent outside Reading, he's not got a connection with Reading. He's from Wolverhampton, presumably.
No, Jimmy Page isn't.
Oh, isn't he?
It was John Bonham and Robert Plant were from the Black Country.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what his connection. I think I know which newsagent it is as well, and that's...
Is there a blue plaque?
If it is, it's probably covered in dirt.
Do you reckon who's buying stickers?
Maybe.
We'll cover that later in the show. Next up, Janice Evans. 10 years ago, I met Nick Knight, the cricketer. He asked if I want my photo taken with him, and I said no.
Who's Nick Knight?
Nick Knight was an opener for Warwickshire in the 90s, more of a one-day specialist and a Test player. He would have presumably opened with Michael Atherton, I imagine, but now he's a presenter and analyser for Sky Sports.
Oh.
And what we've done there is we've gone for two that are maybe a bit too niche, one for each of us. So shall we let's finish off with the mainstream. Natalie Rostron. I said hi to a man I thought I knew coming out of a shop in Sydney. It was Keanu Reeves. He said hi back. That's what we're looking for. You would say hi back. He's not going to ignore you.
Yeah, he's a polite
man. He might
man.
have thought you were Bill. If he was... or was he Bill? He was Bill.
He might have thought you were Morpheus.
He might have thought you were Morpheus. Have I said this before, that on The Matrix, he's called Neo? I always thought it was called Neil. And also, for the first 6 months of this show, I thought you were called Neo. For 1 week only, we should be calling you Producer Neo.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast. XFM.
We should tackle that we've had, not a complaint, but certainly a kind of, come on guys, you said you'd do something and you haven't. We said a couple of weeks ago we were going to do a bake-off. We didn't plan on it, it just kind of came up in conversation, we said it, and we didn't think people would then start emailing in, holding us to it. Because people are at home going, I want to hear a live bake-off on the radio. We won't be baking live.
This isn't Saturday Kitchen.
No, exactly. But don't turn over if you want to see Saturday Kitchen, because this is as good. Is this how we're going toe-to-toe with them? They're going to go, why have our viewing figures dropped so much this week? It's because there's a radio bake-off, mate. Move on, James Martin. So, you've made a cake?
I have made a cake.
I've made a cake. Did you, we won't be trying them now. Did you get help?
Nope, I didn't. I did it all by myself.
My girlfriend's mother gave me the recipe and talked me through it, which is acceptable. No, that is acceptable.
If your consciousness can cope with that,
my consciousness can totally cope with it. Essentially, I had a talking recipe book.
That's cool. That's a good business idea. Let's write that down.
So are you confident?
I'm fairly confident.
Shall we say what we've baked? Like, shall we?
Yeah, I will take a picture and I'll tweet it so people can get an idea of what we've done. But yeah, what's your cake?
My cake is a lemon sponge with a lemon curd filling and icing, and then I've gone a rather OTT on the decorations.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I might have put the middle of a Kinder Egg on the middle of the cake. I might have done that. You'll have to wait and see. My
cake is just a simple, classic sponge, but I have milk choc chips and white choc chips spread through it. Centre is butter icing, and on top is also butter icing. No decorations.
You've really ripped up the rulebook there by just putting icing wherever you can see a hole.
Yeah.
So David versus Goliath, but let's not presume I've won just because my cake is better. We can't judge between us. After 11, Alan Carr is here, and we will get him to judge.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
It's now time on XFM on the Josh Widdicombe show. We don't call it that enough, do we?
No.
We just tend to just say Josh Widdicombe. Is it called that?
Yeah, if you want it to be.
Well, it is. For Nish Kumar.
Good morning, or is it?
Yeah, slightly. That was like an old British general.
Yeah, it was. I sounded like Stephen Fry in Blackadder.
Yeah.
It was slightly compromised by me laughing at you not knowing your own show was called the Josh Widdicombe show.
Fair enough. So, it's Conspiracy O'Clock.
That's right.
What theory do you have to try and put into Nishipedia, our encyclopedia of conspiracy theories this week?
Well, every week I trawl the internet looking for the world's wackiest conspiracy theories. This week I found an absolute doozy. Set your faces for confused. The village people were a covert operation by the US government to cheer everyone up during the recession and oil crisis of the 70s.
That's amazing. We don't need to do a covert operation to cheer people up. That's just a thing you should be doing as a government, isn't it?
What the nice thing I think about this is every week we keep talking about conspiracy theories that are either information being suppressed or major figures being assassinated or Saddam Hussein owning a Stargate. Every week we talk about governments stopping people from knowing things or having fun. This is the nicest one we've had so far.
They're no different to Pineapple Dance Studios or something, are they?
Yeah, that's true, but as far as I know, Pineapple Dance Studios are not in the employ of the British government.
Louis Spence, no, Louis Spence.
Yeah. Louis Spence is the cabinet minister for fun times.
So just take me through this.
Well, if you think about America in the 70s, it was an awful period for the country because we had the fallout of the Vietnam War, Watergate, the Iran-Contra scandal, all of this stuff was going on. The US government decided that they needed a way of cheering people up. Now, the problem is people had lost faith in the government. People had lost faith in institutions. So you couldn't have a government-sponsored scheme. So they had to secretly enlist the help of 4 men dressed...
5, wasn't it?
Possibly 5 on their way.
5.
Oh, no, it's 4.
It had to be 4, because otherwise it would be YMCA and 1 standing on the end. Yeah. I love the idea that your go-to piece of punctuation was a full stop, like it was YMCA enough.
I'd have had 6 because I'd have had a question mark and an exclamation mark.
So yeah, they sang these upbeat, catchy, high camp disco numbers as a way of getting America out of its national rut.
They only did 2 songs, didn't they? So
makes sense.
Did they have that much of an impact?
They did. I mean, if you think about the YMCA as a song is still cheering people up now. It's very impossible. It's almost impossible to dance depressed to YMCA.
Did they write the song?
No, of course they didn't. The US government wrote it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Henry Kissinger wrote YMCA.
It's not. So they just thought what we need is a really happy band
to cheer the nation up.
So, like, Black Lace, is that like our equivalent? You know,
this is what I'm trying to figure out now. We're currently in the grid. We're sort of a country who's been ravaged by 2 wars. We got a recession on. Is One Direction our YMCA?
Yeah, that's not as good. But if you remember the kind of last days of the Major government, I mean, Scatman John,
yeah. Scatman John, yeah, that really
picked us up.
That really picked us all up.
So, what do you think, Neil?
I think this is going to go in.
What?
Only a government can invest so much money in something that spans the length of this kind of time. I mean, it's making people happy today, so they've really kind of got their money behind it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If this came out that they'd done that, would it kind of damage the song's reputation?
Well, I mean, the village people at the moment are a byword for artistic integrity. I mean, I think it would break the heart of a nation to know that.
It would be the Milli Vanilli.
Except instead of a singer, it's the whole government.
Well, it's got him.
I'm delighted.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast XFM.
Producer Neil still here?
Good morning.
But, well, I was going to say more importantly. Yeah, more importantly.
Yeah, I'd say so, love.
Alan Carr, good morning.
Hello, how you doing?
Welcome back.
Thank you, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to use the, I'm going to throw it out there, friend of the show.
I am a friend of the show.
Thank you. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, really good, really good. A little bit hungry.
A little bit hungry?
Yeah.
Is that because you've become a vegan?
Yes, I've become a vegan.
How many days have you done now?
3 days. 3 days. Here, baby steps.
Yeah, no, how's it going?
It's all right, but I mean, the bowel department, I know people might be eating Cocoa Pops or something, but...
you'd eat them dry now.
Oh, yes. Yeah. They turn what brown? I don't even know what milk is anymore. They're just brown.
They turn the bowl brown.
Yeah, they turn the water brown. It's in. No, well, yeah, I was filming Chatty Man, and for the first time ever, I had to have a toilet break halfway through.
Oh, what?
Yes, I could feel something like murmuring.
Oh my God.
I hope it's not my heart.
Not halfway through an interview.
No. I clenched until the break came. And then, I think I'm going to have to turn that chair into a commode if I carry on.
So do you reckon you're going to keep it up?
Well, I'm only doing it because your social life is just rubbish. I mean, I had to keep putting people off and then making out. I know because, my friends are, oh, come on. Because, when you're at that early stage of 3 days, people don't take you seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a
Can't
vegan.
see why not.
How long, Freed? What? Come on, have a burger. But so I have to if it was like 3 years, you'd respect me and go, oh, Alan, yeah. Good for you.
No,
because you're a vegetable.
I am
vegetarian.
I'm a vegetable. I'm a vegetable.
My God, I think I've lost my mind with this thinking. I'm constantly thinking about vegetables. You're a
So what have you eaten?
You know what? As long as you pack a lot of stuff in, you're fine. Because I found some dairy-free chocolate raisins. I love them.
Right. God, they sound really great, mate.
Well, they're like my own Cocoa Pops.
Right.
They're like a poor man's Cocoa Pops.
just mushrooms on toast. Well, hopefully, you've got the strength to.
Well, no, I know what you're saying, but listen. All I ever hear is these people who have this vegan diet. They are buzzing. They feel, I don't know, I'm at that age.
Do you feel
I'm
more
30,
energy?
Not really.
I've cut out carbs from my lunch, and I feel so alive come 2 p.m. Genuinely. Sushi and a tomato soup.
Sushi's got rice round it.
Oh, yeah. No, but it's
oh, here we go.
Well, let's play a song while
you're in denial.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
Alan Carr.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll dub in a round of applause at that point.
Please do. Or a slow hand clap, depending on how it's going.
The topic we're talking about this morning is celebrities in unlikely places.
So what do you mean by that?
Well,
like George Michael in the window of Snappy Snaps?
Exactly. Yeah.
You're not meant to be here.
But this is based on, and I'm not referring to myself as a celebrity. I'm using it as a jumping off point. I found myself in a pub in a small town in the north of England, and there was only 2 women. One who recognised me, and the other who was angry with me because she didn't recognise me and thought, have you ever had those people go, well, I don't know who you are? And you go, well, I didn't bring it up myself.
Yes.
And then she said to me, so you're on TV, are you? I suppose you've met the Queen.
Oh my God.
But have you obviously travel round on tour, and I mean I've seen you. I think I see celebs in places. Like I waved at one. This is when I worked at Barclaycard. I once waved at Lisa Tarbuck, thinking that she was the woman who sat opposite me. Like, rolling my eyes. Oh, back to work in 15 minutes. No rest for the wicked. Just like looking at me. There's this camp man rolling his eyes, touching his watch, going, oh yeah. But when I used to work at Waterstones in Manchester, we used to get quite a lot of celebs come in. I remember, Peter Hook from New Order.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing him walk past, but he looked so rough. Like he was like he was in his talking about. He walked past, and then 5 seconds later, I saw a security guard tailing him, thinking this guy must be dodgy.
No. About being spotted, I was spotted somewhere. It was really embarrassing. This story sounds a bit whatever, but I mean, I went to LA. So we went down to this bar on Sunset Strip, and it's where people dress up as cowboys, but not in a way. Not in a no. The girls are like
what kind of got by you're hinting at.
The girls are like wear Daisy Dukes and all that, and then you get like a bucket of Mai Tai and all that, and have a burger and chicken wings. Howdy, like this. I went,
not anymore, you know.
What?
Now you'd have a chip.
I mean, I can only dream of going there. And so I was there outside having this bucket of Mai Tai, and then this van comes along on a Hollywood tour. And then I hear, Look at Alan Carr. and only the British people start taking pictures of me next to inflatable cactus having a bucket of Mai Tai. And I was like, oh my God, who's that man? Who's that man with the teeth and glasses? Like that. It's my dream to be on a Hollywood tour, but only if I live in one of the houses. Not if I'm basically...
Oh, I mean, if there are any listeners that took any of those photos, do text or email
There
them
was
in.
a lot, to be fair, there was a lot of people, but then obviously foreign people were going, oh, let's take a picture just in case. We can Google image him later just in case.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast. XFM.
We are discussing celebrities in unlikely places. We'll go through some tweets. Here we go. So, they are tweets this week, aren't they? Let's start that again. We'll go through some tweets. Okay, now, Mike Hale. I think this would appeal to you, Alan. I gave Warrior from Gladiators a quote on tiles for his kitchen at work.
No way.
Isn't that exciting?
I love Warrior.
Do you? Was he your favourite?
Yeah, and Nightshade.
Nightshade. That's a left field choice. I was all about Jet.
I never know anyone who fancied Wolf. No one fancied Wolf. I think because he was a mean machine.
Yeah. Well,
he?
do you know when I was really disappointed? Do you remember when Warrior? I mean, this is very niche, but Warrior broke his leg while in an atmosphere, and then they had to use the atmosphere as a stretcher because they couldn't get him out.
No way.
But Wolf was one of the people carrying the atmosphere, and I remember thinking Wolf wouldn't do that.
No, he came out of character there.
Yeah.
What should he have done though? Eaten Warrior's face. Chewed his leg off. It's only a name, Josh. You're being a bit hard.
No,
Fight him, Wolf.
Come on, Wolf. Go for him. He's injured.
Hey, Jet, fly away and get help.
Oh, no, wait, let's go through. Waniac. Oh, I don't like it when they've just got a name like that, Neil. We'll go with it. Waniac. Gareth Hale from the popular comedy duo Hale and Pace eating a sandwich in Heathrow toilet.
Oh, no, that's disgusting.
I mean, that can't be.
Not on the toilet with the door open.
Is that Gareth Hale?
Yeah. Oh, where's the autograph book when I need it?
I mean, it doesn't say which part of the toilet, but we're presuming.
Well, you know what?
He had to pay 20p for that, and he's just gone, I'm going to get my money's worth here.
Well, it depends if he's gone through security. You see, you don't have to pay for the toilets.
Oh, once you're beyond security,
oh yeah,
you don't have
you've been to an airport before.
Yeah, I'm not sure the exact rules on paying for toilets there.
Well, I've got it in my gay dictionary, the toilet rules.
One more. Chantel Walden saw Robson Green in a Chinese restaurant in Barry and met Sam and Mark in LA. Not the least impressive LA story.
No. I mean, do you know what? When we had David Williams on Friday Night Project ages ago, I remember asking him about, because how many catchphrases he has shouted at him. And it's always stuck me because it's so funny. He said he was on a tour in Egypt and he was at that big temple, Luxor temple, and then someone did that and... inside a temple.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
Neil, it's your chance to take centre stage to a degree. Don't milk it. Neil of Fortune.
All right, Alan. So we have, I have 3 potential games for you.
Okay.
I'll give you the title and then a little brief description of each one. You can choose which one you want to play.
Okay, all right.
Game number 1. Alan, are you okay? Are you okay, Alan?
Oh.
So the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, asked Annie if she was okay in Smooth Criminal. However, I've sped up 3 of his other tracks, so they're over in 3 seconds. Can you identify them? Would you like to play that, do you think?
I mean, that's going to be very tough, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 seconds. What's the next one?
All right. Okay. The next one is called Catty Man. Celebrities are always getting into
That's
meaning...
probably one of your best titles yet.
Is it?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I like it.
I bet you've had that headline.
Have you
before.
trademarked that?
No, but I can sell it to you.
Oh, okay. Can we talk after?
Yes, we can talk after.
What would be the if you were to imagine Catty Man? What do you think the show this?
Well, maybe me. We were a sitcom, me in a cattery. But I'm allergic to cats. And my glands are always up and stuff. I know you're doing this game.
No, it's fine.
No, but listen, Have you watched daytime telly? Have you seen Alf Vader saying "my pet"?
No.
It's got the most comic name ever. You go, oh, this will be fun. Alf Vader saying "my pet." It's about animals being put down or rehomed. It is hardcore. It's traumatic.
Oh,
Really grim. I mean, they need to sort the title out.
you were relieved when it gets the advert break and it's those appeal adverts.
I know. I'm like, oh, phew, back to Africa. Bit of light relief.
So catty, man.
Catty man.
Yeah,
I like
sorry.
the sound of this, yeah.
So celebrities are always getting to meaningless spats.
Yes.
I have 3 spats with 2 insults exchanged between those in question, but only one of them is real. Can you spot the fake insult I have written myself?
Oh, okay, yeah, I like that, yeah. What's the next one? What's the next one?
Long in the tooth.
Don't even insult me by carrying on with that. How long's Alan's tooth?
No,
Longer than a woolly mammoth or something really insulting. How much ivory is there in Alan's teeth? No, don't. I'll have Catty Man. Don't insult me.
Okay, right, all right.
Is he for real, Josh?
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
Neighbourhood sweater weather on XFM. I'm fully aware of that. Took me about 4 goes to work out what was the band and what was the song there. Right, Neil.
Catty Man, come on, quick.
Catty Man. So I'm playing this with you, Alan Carr. So I have 3 celebrity spats, 2 insults exchanged between the people, one of which is false, and you have to identify it. Where's the paper? Here it is. So first celebrity spat, Alan.
Good paper sound effect, please.
Thanks. Talisa versus Lord Alan Sugar. On seeing her on the X Factor, did Alan Sugar say, "Can you tell me who the hell this Talisa bird is? What has she done?" Or did he say, "That Talisa looks like she knows how to handle the microphone correctly"?
Who's this Talisa bird? I can see him sort of saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's this Talisa bird?
Correct, that's what he said.
Oh!
Add a ding sound. Have you got a ding sound?
No, someone's stolen the bell again.
Oh, can you just choose a sound effect?
No,
No.
the system's not here.
Oh,
Well, don't put in any special effort because I'm here, Neil. I get a question right and you don't even bother dinging it. Sorry, you're very unhelpful.
Wait a minute.
Can I speak to your supervisor?
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, this is amazing. Spat number 2, Eminem versus Moby.
Oh, that takes you back.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is going
One
back.
of your vegan friends, Moby.
Yes, we hang out together, yes.
So this is going back to the 2002 MTV Music Awards. So did Eminem say to Moby, "Can someone please dim the house lights? They're really reflecting on Moby's head." Or keep booing, little girl.
Oh, because Moby wouldn't have liked Eminem because Eminem
He's a
was...
meat eater. Well, I had a meal with Moby and Heather Mills McCartney, and we were talking about... and he told me it was "Stop Booing, Baby Girl."
Correct.
Come on.
sound effect.
Wait, sorry.
Very good. Spat number 3, Katie Hopkins versus Josh Widdicombe.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Now you're excited.
Is Katie Hopkins technically a celebrity? That's what we want to know.
Well, if I'm classing Josh as a celebrity, yes.
Oh!
Ouch. Oh, God, this is like a celebrity spat going off already. Right, go on then. What she said when she loves an argument, doesn't she?
Okay, did Katie Hopkins say about Josh, "If you need a reason to annex Devon from the UK, look no further than Josh Widdicombe"?
Well, that's I believe that myself.
Or... Or you can't pick up Jim Davidson from the 80s and plonk him down today and expect him to be PC Josh Dan Widdicombe.
It's hard because I agree with both of what she said. She speaks a lot of sense, Katie Hopkins.
Suddenly coming round to her way of
Yeah,
thinking.
do you know what? I think she's got a... Oh, I don't know. Is it annex? Because I think, because she loves the publicity, I think she'd say the annex Devon because she would get more people riled up.
Incorrect.
Oh,
No!
It was while she was on Celebrity Big Brother. She was defending Jim and used Josh as a reference point.
unbelievable.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But I didn't rise to it.
No.
No.
I'm
also,
defriending her on Facebook now.
Also, can I just say, she lives in Devon, so that would...
Oh, no. Why didn't you help me out?
Well, I knew the answer anyway.
Oh, of course, yes.
I thought she lived
Sorry.
I thought she lived in Exeter. Or is that
That's
in
in
Devon?
Devon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I didn't do geography. Anyway.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
Hello.
There we go. You've slowly,
Yeah.
warmed up to those intros. Now we come to what I would say is one of the most important moments in the history of the show. A couple of weeks ago, we committed ourselves to a bake-off by not really thinking it through that we'd then have to go through with it, but we've done it. We've got 2 cakes here. I've baked one. Neil's baked one. Alan's a vegan.
Just me looking at that, my body's rejected it. But I think even if I was eating everything, my body would still reject it.
Would you like to describe? Tell us what your cake is, Neil. Just a description of the flavour.
It's just a sponge with milk chocolate and white chocolate chips, and then just a plain butter icing.
Butter icing in the middle.
Yeah, and on top.
You know you'll be marked down for that.
Okay, shall
All
I
right.
take you through mine? Mine is a lemon sponge.
Well, basically, it's a hen party on top of the cake.
We have tweeted a picture.
You'll have to tweet the picture. It's
Well,
like,
if you were to describe,
it's like the dance floor of a Yates's. 2
there
a.m.
is a dancing class.
There is.
I've got those silver balls. I haven't
Well,
seen them in 20 years.
I don't know where those. Yeah, where'd you get silver balls? Where'd you get them from?
I got them from Waitrose.
Oh, you've changed.
So on top of it, I've got icing with silver balls, Smarties,
Champagne, yeah.
bottle candles, which we're not allowed to light due to health and safety.
You're having a laugh.
No,
No, put the foot down, Alan.
and the middle of a Kinder Egg.
Now,
That's a real nice touch. The middle of a Kinder Egg.
Yeah, have you taken the little prize?
No, it's still there.
You don't know what it is.
Bit of tofu in there for you.
You think of everything.
So you can't try them,
No.
but your PR Alison is here. She can try them. So to judge.
And she's not my PR, she's my taster. You know, like Henry Because I get a lot of food sent to me. She takes it just in case it's poisoned. She comes everywhere with me.
So,
That is true. Go on then.
so Alan, do you want to judge? Alan, do you want to judge which is the best for looks?
Josh, yours is fantastic. I like the way you've used the top.
I mean,
What's in the middle?
lemon curd.
Oh. What would you say, Alison?
Fluffy, moist.
Oh, it's like Mary Berry's in the room.
It's really good. Really,
Oh, Josh.
An even bake.
And can I just say, I like your cake tin with the cakes on.
Thank you, Alan.
Oh, he was bragging about that earlier,
it's
saying he thought he had the
good.
better tin.
No, Josh is just
This is
breaking
great
it.
radio, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
People slicing
Do you know,
cakes. Oh,
Right, okay.
what about the icing as the centre? Is that a good thing?
Oh dear.
I'm not going to lie, it's not going to have a soggy bottom because it was mainly burnt.
That isn't.
It tastes very. It's really good.
I've never seen Alison's face like that before. She's swallowing sick.
It's got some nice chocolate bits in it, which is a nice touch. Texture's good, but I think overall taste, it's Josh.
Yes.
There's a little bit more effort and a bit more finesse.
Oh well, that is a successful.
Yeah,
Success.
and Jill, and no offence, Neil, but I know you tried to cover it up by putting it in a lovely cake tin, but it's got to be the taste for the cake, isn't it, Alison?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well done, Josh.
Thank you. And I will just leave you with the fact that Alison also does my PR.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast. XFM.
XFM, and now, as well as producer Neil,
Morning.
we have Matt Forde.
Hello. Good
How
morning.
are you?
I'm very well, thank
I said that this is my new thing now. When people come back, I said it to Alan Carr, friend of the show.
you. Yeah, that's a good thing. It's
Yeah.
good to be a friend of the show.
Obviously, if you're aware, Matt Forde, 8 out of 10 cats. Have I got news for you?
Yeah, but-
Russell Howard's good news.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Matt, what would you normally be doing at this time on a Saturday morning? You'd be asleep, presumably.
Yeah, well, I'd be trying to sleep, but I would be failing to sleep, so I would probably in the pub drinking Peroni.
Oh,
Which
that's an extreme start.
It's a fighter's start to the day, that's isn't it? 3 hours kip and a pint of Peroni.
So you'd go straight in on the Peroni?
Yeah, I've got a thing at the moment. I usually drink what we would call session strength lager, sort of medium strength,
Yeah.
because I like drinking, but I don't want to get absolutely bladdered, right?
And you do it responsibly.
Very responsibly. Whereas with Peroni, I'm like, you know what? I need maybe I need to build up a bit of a tolerance. So I'm almost trying to be able to drink stronger lager without sounding irresponsible. But I have so far failed in my quest and have really made a fool out of myself on a number of occasions.
Oh, that's the best answer we've had. Normally people go, just pottering around watching Saturday Kitchen.
I'm just glad Matt's not drinking now.
Yeah, oh God. I mean, I don't want people to get the wrong impression. Saturdays are for drinking, aren't they? For relaxing with friends and listening to all these.
Because you work Friday nights as well.
Exactly. I work Friday nights till 6 a.m. on a Saturday. So I get home at 7 a.m. I'm usually quite tired. And then it's just that
What
freedom.
do you do before you go to sleep? You watch YouTube, don't you? You told me.
I watch various things online, yeah. I'll sometimes watch Stuart Pearce's penalty from Euro 96 or classic Tony Blair speeches. Classic Tony Blair. This is all true.
Which Tony Blair speeches do you watch?
2006 Labour Party conference live at the GMX. I was there, sold out arena. Resignation.
So Matt has a very keen interest in politics.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah. That should be explained. 2007 resignation speech. Maybe some early 94 stuff. That's sort of like his definitely maybe.
I listened this morning because when I was walking in, I thought I'll listen to Oasis because Matt's commentary on, and I listened to Do you know what I mean?
What a tune!
I'm not sure it's aged well, Matt.
Oh, it has. I listen to some Oasis every day. You know, if you were to say to me when was the last time you didn't listen to Oasis, I'd have to say I was probably at school. It was really... It's
If you
part
had
of my
to choose an
daily...
Oasis song.
Ultimately, it's Don't Look Back in Anger. I think Whatever is very, very good.
Yeah. Do you know why Whatever... no. Do you know why Whatever isn't on an album?
Because, is it to do with the rights?
Yeah.
It sounds like How Sweet to Be an Idiot, and I can't remember who that's by.
It's by the Ruttles. Miles Jupp brought this up a couple of months ago and got it wrong because he said it was the Beatles, but it's the Ruttles, which is
I thought it was someone else.
No, it's Neil Innes's cover
that's right,
band that were pretending to
How
be the
Sweet
Beatles.
to Be an Idiot.
So they didn't put it on an album. Great,
No.
there we go.
Good knowledge.
Should
Great
we have
song.
some Oasis for Matt?
Yeah, what have we got?
Slide Away? Will that
Oh, brilliant. Paul McCartney's favourite Oasis song, apparently.
There we go.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
To fill listeners in, me and Matt are both collecting the FIFA Panini World Cup Brazil 2014 sticker album, but you can't afford to
No.
because you've got a new child.
Oh, this is...
So, what I've done, we've got you a Panini album.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's amazing.
No, it gets better. Here's my pile of swaps. So you can pick 5 of them, maximum 1 shiny. As your first 5 stickers.
Booster pack, free
Do
booster
you want?
pack.
Yeah. Do you want to announce which ones you're going for?
Well, I'm definitely going for the Brazil shiny.
Yeah, good choice.
Good choice.
Connoisseur's choice.
I can't go under this pressure just yet, if that's all right. Can I
Okay,
decide
and
that
then you'll
later?
have 4 players. Obviously, you can't add to that because you can't justify paying 50p a pack yourself.
Yeah.
So I thought what we could do is, if our listeners are collecting the stickers, we could have Neil aid.
Oh,
If you have swaps of the Panini 2014 World Cup sticker album, you can send them in
I'm
to
going to send
Neil.
mine in.
Yeah. We're going. I think you could complete the album purely off groundswell of public
Really?
passion.
Definitely.
Definitely think so.
I mean, you don't sound too excited about this.
Oh no, I'm very excited. Yeah, but I'm very meticulous in getting them right in the box. So I feel I could just neglect my duties as a radio producer.
You know how when you donate to a football ground when
Yeah.
it's being built, they'll put a brick with your name on. Yeah. So maybe on a page, Neil, you could list the names of people who've donated.
Or maybe people should write the names on the stickers that they've given you, so that then your
Oh.
whole sticker book is not only ruined, but then a memento to all the good people that helped you.
Well, I was thinking maybe put them on the end of the podcast one time. So we'll just do like a roll call.
Oh yeah,
Roll of honour.
Oh yeah, that's
lovely.
good. A lovely roll of honour.
So each week, if whatever received, you will then get a roll of honour.
So where would they send it?
So they'll send it to XFM, Leicester Square, WC2H7LA.
And can you mark it Neil Aid at the top?
You can put Neil Aid if you want, yeah.
Neil Aid, and include your name. We will be tweeting that address, will we, or whatever? So
Yeah, I'll tweet it, yeah.
I'm very excited. I
This is
hope
really
we get
cool.
some.
Well, yeah,
So,
hope
send in your swaps. We're going to attempt for Neil to complete the album without ever buying a pack.
This could be like one of those Subo things, though, where at first you're really the public darling, and then the tabloids are going to be after you. the tide's going to turn. Hang on a minute, he's getting all these free stickers, and he's done nothing for it. He works in radio. People aren't going to believe that you're skint. And you're eating a
We all
corner.
know what Chris Evans earns. So there we go.
Yeah.
Well, let's have that address again one time.
Nearlaid, XFM, Leicester Square, WC2H7LA.
Josh Widdicombe podcast. XFM.
This is the end, more or less. This is XFM. Josh Widdicombe. I mean, we will be back. Will you be back, Matt Forde?
Oh, I'd love to be back, yeah.
Friend of the show. Finally, we get a chance to plug our wares, whatever you want to plug. Obviously, Neil, normally you go first because you haven't got much to plug, but I think we should end with yours because it's so important. So I would like to say I'm doing an Edinburgh preview on Monday. Though I'm not going to Edinburgh, I'm just trying out new stuff with the brilliant Henry Packer. That is in a sausage shop on Old Compton Street.
I've been there.
Called Herman's German.
Oh, great.
Western Supermare Tuesday. Wednesday, Yeovil, sold out. Don't really need to say it. But Western Supermare, do come along. If you're from Yeovil, there's still tickets for Western Supermare. That's the way I'd approach it. How far apart can they be? They're both West Country. And then I'm just going away for the weekend, so I don't need to plug that. Matt.
Yes.
Matthew.
Well, I've got...
Also, I'm looking for the England Shiny. Anyone has the England Shiny.
But you know, it won't be the FA crest, it'll just be
St
St George's because they can't get the rights. It's very frustrating.
It's very disappointing, the England page.
We've got an Edinburgh show coming up that I'll be previewing around the country. It's called 24-Hour Political Party People. And I'll be coming out to the Happy Monday theme tune, and I'm going to be on the things that go, 24-Hour Political Party People, like that. But I do a monthly political gig called The Political Party, where I do stand-up in the first half about the month in politics with a few impressions and whatnot, and then I interview a politician in the second half. The next one is a guy called Michael Fabricant, who just this week was relieved of his duties as vice chair of the Conservative Party. I met him this week for a drink. He's an absolute legend. Unfortunately, there are no tickets left for that one. But in May... Oh, yeah, they sell really well.
You thought about going to a bigger venue?
Well, that venue really suits it.
Yeah.
And it's the St James Theatre, is where it is in London, in Victoria, has like these oak-panelled walls, and it feels like you're in a back room in Parliament. It's a really cool vibe. But it's podcasted.
You've had some amazing people on before because it's available as a podcast.
Oh, yeah. Alistair Campbell, Jack Straw, George Galloway, Nigel Farage, Matthew... like, incredible people on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And your Edinburgh show will be there all month?
It will. 2:30 in the Cabaret Bar at the Pleasance School.
Oh, best room in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very good.
Neil.
Me, XFM stuff first. At 7 o'clock tonight, we've got an hour of highlights of the 1975 gig at the Royal Albert Hall from last weekend. Other things I look after: Communion Presents Sunday night from 10, Dave Roundtree Thursday nights from 9. Your podcast will be online Tuesday, and whatever else I'm given, and other things. Nearlaid. So I really want to complete the Panini football album
for free.
So if you could send in your stickers to. Your swaps to those.
It's got to be swaps. We don't want them in packets.
No, sorry.
It's not like this isn't a charity. Well, it is, but it isn't.
Yeah,
it's not patronising.
Swaps to the address that I'll just tweet now on @XFM, and just please donate generously.
I really hope this takes off so much. I'm really tense about. I really hope it takes off.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.